Hello and welcome. Once again, this is electricalaxis.com, and today we're going to continue our discussion with the fundamentals of electricity. In the previous video, we discussed the electron theory of electricity and the different sources of EMF. And at this point, we are going to discuss the resistance in details. But before we are going to continue, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get an update with our videos in the future. By definition, resistance is a property of material to oppose the flow of electric current. And as discussed before, there are different factors that affects the value of the resistance. These are the type of material, which also involves the resistivity, the dimension, and the temperature. As we can see here, the voltage is trying to push the electrons to the right. However, the resistance is trying to oppose it. Now, the first factor that we are going to consider and discuss is the resistivity. By definition, resistivity is the electrical resistance of a given conductor based on the given cross-sectional area and unit length. It can also define or considered as an intrinsic property of a material, and it shows how it opposes the electric current. Resistivity is expressed by a Greek letter rho, and it is involved in the equation of a resistance in the form of R is equals to rho L over A, where R is the resistance in ohms, uh, L is length in meter, and A is the cross-sectional area in meter square. In computing resistance later on, it is very important for us to harmonize all the units in this form in order for us to avoid mistakes. Also, we can see from the table given here the different resistivity of some materials. Like for example, aluminum. Aluminum has a resistivity of 2.82 times 10 to the negative 8. By the way, the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. And as a matter of standardization, the values given are normally given at 20 degrees Celsius. It is because the resistivity of the material also changes as the temperature changes. Okay, as of this point, we are going to have an example involving resistivity. For example, calculate the resistance of the copper conductor having a length of 2 km and a cross-sectional area of 22 millimeters squared. Okay, from the table given, we can see that the resistivity of copper is 1.68 times 10 to the negative 8. If we're going to apply the formula, we can get the solution. Okay, so the 1.68 times 10 to the negative can be directly substituted here as a value of the rho. Rho, by the way, is the resistivity. Now, the length of the material is 2 kilometer, and we're going to transform it to 2000 meter because, as I have said earlier, that we need to harmonize all the units to avoid committing mistakes. Now, the value of the area is 22 times 10 to the negative 3 meter square. The times 10 to the negative 3 denotes that the previous form is millimeter square. Now, calculating values, we can get a value of 1.53 ohms as our final answer in this example. As of this point, we're going to discuss about the dimension as one of the factors that affects the value of the resistance. Now, looking at the diagram and the given equation, we can conclude that the value of the resistance will change when the length or the cross-sectional area will change. Let's have an example. An aluminum wire has a diameter of 1 centimeter and a resistance of 0.15 ohms. It was drawn under pressure so that its diameter was reduced to 50%. What is the new resistance of the wire? Now, please note that in this problem, the composition of the material was not changed before and after the process, and also the volume was not changed. So, as a solution, we are going to find first the value of the area. And we know that the formula of the area is pi r squared. Now, we will just modify the r into d over 2 because the given is diameter. And the value of the diameter before the process was applied was 1 and can be directly substituted here. So after calculating the value, we can get a value of 0.25 pi. In the same process, we can also get the value of the area after the process was applied. And then during this condition, 50% of the diameter was reduced. So the 50% of 1 is 0.5. So applying the calculation, we can get this value. So let's move forward. Now we will also get the volume. Now the volume is actually the cross-sectional area multiplied by the length of the conductor. Now it's because this is a comparison, all we need to do is the ratio and proportion. So because the volume was not changed, therefore we can just cancel out this variable, and therefore we can get the value of the new length as a1 over a2 multiplied by the original length, and then the new length will be 4 centimeter. Let's continue the solution. So in the sense that we already obtained the values of the length and the area for the initial and the final condition, all we need to do is just to substitute the values here. And in the sense that the material was not changed along the process, therefore we can just cancel the resistivity and transformation of the values. We can substitute the L2 4 centimeter and this value 0.0625 pi for the area 2, 1 centimeter for the length 1, and then 0.25 pi for the area 1. So the resistance can be taken here. So this is multiplied by 0.15 ohms as the original resistance. After calculation, we can get the value of 2.4 ohms as our final answer. What we notice here is that the reduction of the diameter into half results to the increase of diameter to 16 times. So notice that 0.15 multiplied by 16 is equal to 2.4 ohms. Finally, we are going to discuss the temperature as one of the factors that affects the value of the resistance. In general, the resistance of the material will change with a change in temperature, and this principle is described in this figure. As we notice that as the temperature is increased, the value of the resistance will also increase, and the change can be traced in a linear path. Now in this process, we can use this equation. R2 over R1 is equals to 1 plus alpha 0 multiplied by T2 all over 1 plus alpha 0 multiplied by temperature 1. Now the subscript 2 and 1 refers to the final and the initial conditions respectively. Now the alpha 0 here is the temperature coefficient of material, while the R0 is the resistance of the material at freezing point 0 degrees Celsius. Let's move forward for the example. A tungsten lamp has a resistance of 150 ohms at 2850 degrees Celsius. What will be its resistance at room temperature of 20 degrees Celsius? The temperature coefficient of tungsten is given at 0.0049 per degree Celsius. Now we can use the formula given from the previous slide, and the initial condition is that 150 ohms per R1, and we can substitute this 2850 for the temperature 1. We are finding the value of the resistance 2. After substituting other values, we can get the value of 11 ohms. Now what does it mean? It means that we just confirm the principle that the resistance is dependent on the value of temperature. All right, so I hope that you learned from this short video, and please subscribe and get connected. Thank you for watching.